Lance Sterling, a cocky secret agent of HTUV, is sent to recover an attack drone from Japanese arms dealer Katsu Kimura in Japan. As soon as the buyer, Killian, who is a cybernetically enhanced terrorist that threatens the world, arrives, Sterling breaks in against the orders of HTUV. Director Joy Jenkins defeats Kimura and his gang and manages to escape with the briefcase containing the drone. Sterling returns to HTUV headquarters to confront Walter Beckett, a socially clumsy MIT graduate and outcast young guy. Sterling confronts him for equipping non-lethal weapons into his suit. Walter tries to convince Sterling that there is a more peaceful way to save the world, but Sterling fires him before he can explain his latest invention: biodynamic concealment. Sterling discovers the briefcase to be empty and is confronted by Marcy Capel, a security forces agent, who reveals footage of Sterling, which is actually Killian in a holographic disguise, leaving with the drone, labeling him as a traitor. Sterling escapes the HTUV and decides to track down Walter to help him disappear. While searching Walter's home for his invention, Sterling unknowingly ingests the concoction and transforms into a pigeon. Before Walter can start making an antidote to change him back, Marcy and other HTUV agents chase the duo through the city, but they escape in Sterling's spy car. The two track down Kimura to a resort in Carmen, Mexico. There, they learn of Killian's whereabouts in Venice, Italy, before Marcy and the HTUV can capture them again. On their way to Venice, Walter attempts to make the antidote, but fails. Arriving in Venice, Walter is confronted by the HTUV, who are unaware of Sterling's condition, revealing that she knows about Wendy, Walter's mother, who was a police officer who died on duty. Marcy tries to convince him to help turn Sterling in, but Walter refuses. Suddenly, a drone distracts the HTUV and allows Walter and Sterling to escape. The two discover the drone carrying the HTUV agent database, and Walter manages to retrieve it. However, Killian shows up, takes the database, and prepares to kill Walter. With help from hundreds of pigeons in the surrounding area, they distract Killian and flee. Disguised as Sterling once more, Killian escapes the HTUV, shaking Marcy's suspicions of Sterling upon her seeing him with a robot hand. Whilst underwater in a submarine, Walter reveals he planted a tracking device on Killian. Walter manages to perfect the antidote and successfully turns Sterling human again. Reaching Killian's hideout, Sterling is concerned about Walter's safety and sends him away in the submarine. Once inside, Sterling confronts Killian, but is defeated and captured as Killian reveals he has mass-produced hundreds of drones to target everyone at the agency, using the database as revenge for killing his crew in a past mission led by Sterling. Noticing Walter returning in the submarine, Killian destroys it unbeknownst to them. Walter survives with the help of one of his inventions, the inflatable hug. Once Walter frees Sterling, the two escape and contact Marcy for support as the drones approach HTUV headquarters in Washington, D.C. Walter attempts to hack into Killian's bionic arm. When Killian realizes this, he tries to flee via air with the drone, but Walter catches up. Walter risks his life by trapping Killian in one of his protective gadgets and deactivates the villain's arm as Walter himself falls. But Sterling, who has turned himself back into a pigeon, successfully flies for the first time and carries him to safety with help from other pigeons. While Killian is found and arrested, despite saving the world, Sterling, back in his human form, except for his right hand, which is temporarily remaining tiny, and Walter are fired for disobedience. However, they are quickly reinstated by the HTUV, as the agency could learn from Walter's more peaceful ways of handling villainy.